downloaded this before finding that budget book. So
Wow.
this one is actually
Cents. So
Yeah.
we didn't save a whole lot, but we did save something, which is the point, to increase our savings for whatever other financial goals we have individually.
And
So
I understand.
So, and I figured it would be best for both of us if we moved in together just to save a little more money with everything that's going on and to see each other too.
yeah, because it was really hard with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like we would meet up for walks on the square and do like, COVID hugs,
Yeah.
or, like COVID safe hugs.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is hard not being able to just see my son, hang out with my son. And so with his lease ending, and it just made sense for us to go together. Yeah.
I hate to ask a lady this question. I have no
Sure.
problem.
It made sense, with the pandemic, we wanted to see each other. Both of our leases were about to be up. And so, and I kind of was like, how are you going to feel with, being in the same house with your mom? He was like, Mom, it's about, we're saving money.
it's about family.
Yeah,
It's about being together during
Yeah.
all this time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I have some.
Savance Ford.
Spell it out.
Oh, SAVANCE, capital V, by the way.
This is why I'm asking
And
the
then,
hard question.
and then
Yep.
Ford, like the car, Ford.
That's easy.
Yeah.
So Vance, talk to me a little.
And also growing up seeing her struggle every now and then, and kind of taught me to be more responsible about my finances and the decisions I make. So yeah, she was definitely on me a lot about a lot of things growing up, for sure. Whether that be academics or getting a job, just trying to get create that responsibility. And I thank her for that, for real.
I love this story.
Even for myself personally, there are so many things that I did not know about money, about credit. And truthfully, it was only this past year to 2 years that I've been able to take steps to improve my credit. And the things were not even difficult. It wasn't even hard. I just did not know. And so it's like that's why as we were building the Financial Health Academy with some of our advisory members, I was like, we have to build this in a way where it's a family doing this together, and it's not just the adult taking on all the work. But because you and I, we worked really, really well together, and other families too, that's the component that we wanted to ensure we included in the Financial Health Academy, is that working together to accomplish a goal, even if the goal is something as simple as replacing an appliance to be more energy efficient. Shift it. Instead of just focusing on preparing high schoolers, why not prepare mom, grandma, uncle, cousins? The whole family can get into this sort of like learning environment, and at the end of it, walk away with $1,000 towards their goal within those 6 weeks, or right after the 6 weeks. And at the end of it, you complete all the content, attend all the workshops, and we will award you $1,000 to apply to that financial goal, and to us that we could decide how we wanted to use them. So I said, right off the top, we're going to set aside $10,000 so we could target 10 families at minimum, because even in our household growing up, I never at any time had $1,000 in the bank. There were times like I had to sleep out of my car. My son was staying with my grandmother. I was renting these like little rundown motel rooms for 2 weeks until I can get into housing. And so I'm trying to stretch $1. There was no way back then I can save $1,000. So some families might have the goal to just create an emergency fund. Boom, we funded your emergency fund. Because what we did not want to do is to create some generic, one size fits all academy where folks sort of like talk to Black people as if we're just irresponsible and don't want to know these things. We wanted to create something that's empowering, that the family can do it together, and you receive an award, because how can you talk about financial education if we're already in a situation where we're all dealing with this extreme wealth gap? So what what money am I going to be talking about budgeting if I don't have anything to begin with? It's a 6-week challenge. We're targeting Black families in the Dade County area. One thing, or a couple things too, to know is that one adult member in the household has to be full or part-time employed, and you must have a young person between 13 and 21 at the home, because the goal is what the young person learns, he or she passes down. What mom or dad, whomever learns, they're passing down. So you just have this financial health that's passed down from generation to generation. It's like that one workshop, like set me up so well.
Yeah.
And then I got my son.
I'm proud of her too. She
Yeah,
she did that quick.
quick. But too, my son is like, oh my God,
Yep.
that's really good,
Yep. Yeah, we
Mom.
kind of cheer each other on and
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
Yeah. Sometimes families just did not have, you know, how we're all told we're supposed to have an emergency fund. That's really hard to do, especially in a pandemic. And so it was really just 1 or 2 months of bills or utilities or a car note that were getting folks where their credit was taking a hit. So even if you decide your financial goal is, I'm going to set aside 3 months of car payments, that helps you get ahead and gives you a sense of peace of mind in the process. So that's why it's really, really important to offer something where we can couple it with a monetary award, you know. So why would we give you or help you with all this new information or to help you build on what you already know, and then you're left kind of like, you know, how am I going to apply it?
Right.
You know, where do I get the money from?
you got to
So-
start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we provided so because you got to start somewhere. Yeah.
That's
Boot camp might work as well, like a 3 to 4 day boot camp. So after we run the 6-week challenge for families, we're going to come back, evaluate within a few weeks, and run a boot camp that'll happen likely over Friday, Saturday, Sunday sort of thing. And then we'll evaluate both, come back, do our fundraising, and run it again. The goal is to get this to the point where we're running a challenge every 6 weeks, whether it's a challenge or the 3 to 4 day boot camp, but it's just happening throughout the year. And one last thing I do want to mention is that the Progress Center was accepted into Cardinal Stritch University's Mission Fuel. And so we have like an abundance of educators and just business folks who are helping us build this academy and offer it to families. So we're like, I get help at home, the motivation of my son, you know, like to build with my son, with the team for the Progress Center, I get that. And then the team over at Mission Fuel at Cardinal Stritch University. So, and then we're building it with the women we serve. That's one thing, you know, all the loans and programs out there to help you buy a house as a first-time homeowner. I'm always telling my son, like, you know, like when you're ready, like, so when we move when our lease is up in March, we'll likely be moving into a property that either we are buying together individually. We likely won't be renters anymore after next fall.
Yeah, it can be intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
totally
It is.
financial literacy that you need for life.
Yep.
And we don't-
It's having the information, I think, readily available so you can pass it on. Like when my son learns, he teaches me what I learn. I try to teach him as well. And with the academy, you know, folks are going to learn this or build on what they already know, and then they're going to be able to like spread that out.
And then more more families are learning, the more the community is probably going to learn too. So
Yep.
That's the
So,
best
yeah.
part. It's
Yeah.
the gift that keeps on giving. All right.
Yep.
We talk about like what we're paying for each. This is not a MacBook at all. So maybe
I don't even know how much. I think it's like $1,100, something like that. It's not that much, but so they're about $50 to $60 a piece. So let's just budget $120.
Yeah.
Got the
So I use Google Fi, so that's around like $20 or so, $25.
I just need to get my
If I use the mobile data, then it goes up to about max 60, 70, but
So
you
my
should try to keep it
phone
low.
bill is $90.84. So let's. I need to get mine
I
down
told
to
and I,
get
t- I
yours.
told you about Google Fi. Told
I
you
need to
about
get
it.
down to yours. So internet is $75 taping. Oh, look, see, boom, our household $14.25. So what do you think? I know that I'm spending at least $200 a month on groceries. What do you think you're spending?
I'm probably like right under that. Yeah,
So-
around that as well.
So if we go like,
and then we don't have to worry about childcare because we're both adults. So drive that way it averages out for them. So dining out, I will say on average, I may spend $15 a week if I order something out.
Yeah, I'm about
60 a month for me.
maybe 40.
40.
Yeah.
So for real legit, look at this.
Yeah, we really should.
So we don't pay for house cleaning. I think we
our dining out to cut
Okay.
it in half.
Okay.
All right. So daily living totals is $483. So transfer.
like going downtown or whatever. Are you doing anything like lifting or anything now because of
No.
COVID? And then repairs. I have a new car, so I gotta worry about that yet. Car $7 one because that's the easy way to pull it down.
$5 a month, 207. So entertainment, here we go.
Yeah, we don't really have. Well,
Oh, listen, we got all you. I'm not paying for all that streaming anymore. I'm only gonna get it for 1 month because I watched everything I wanted to watch. All right, so entertainment. We don't have cable, but I might buy a movie here and there. So health. Let's go down to subscription. So let's talk about this. Yeah. So I got rid of who.
Yeah, you got rid of Hulu.
16, which is not bad because I'm.
No, that's
When I got my budget book, I found almost $400. It was in my groceries. It was in those Hulu payments. It was because when you have to sit down and write down everything that you're using your card or spending cash for, and when I realized that there was $400 that I didn't need to be spending every month, and I was able to start putting that into savings that allowed me to get my car.
Yep.
It was like I found a Christmas present to myself.
Yep. And then so once I started eating out less and just kind of not doing all the things that were burning money, you know what I mean? I realized I can, one, I'm saving a lot more, and two, I'm able to put some of that, the money I am making, that extra money I'm making, towards like stocks and things like that.
Point though, how we both have Amazon Prime.
Well, listen,
that is such a waste.
Yeah.
Because one of us, at least through when when that lease is up and we're moving out or whatever, we should either join, because you could bring a family member to your Prime. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one household.
Like my mom, I send stuff down to her in Nashville all the time. Do it, yeah.
The thing about Amazon Prime is like you kind of you forget about it.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
so.
like Hulu. That's like any of this. They want you to. I think they want you to forget.
Yeah.
So then.
We're both paying, so it's $13. It's like $12.99 a month, so $13 a month, so $26 a month. But we're spending.
I think
that's
mine's
just
annual. Like it's,
no, this is just monthly. But it says shopping at Amazon Prime.
Oh.
So you got to think. I feel like I've gotten better. I think we both have gotten better with the Amazon Prime packages. We really only buy household stuff.
Yeah.
I get odds and ends for my car.
I'm about the same.
So
about 50.
we could say $126, potentially just random.
But the thing about it depends on what you're getting, obviously.
Yeah.
Like for me,
I'm
sometimes
upset about that. So where we could probably cut and save is Amazon Prime.
spending anything on clothing.
Oh wow, that's good for you. Look.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
I know. Sometimes I'm gonna ask $500 to mine, so that's $700. We'll know that. But this is just great. What folks want to know or don't know. So that's why we're building something where folks are telling us.
It's the same thing as just bad credit. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
it was just like.
I need to do something about that.
And you see, I didn't know this, so I could not pass what I didn't know down to him.
Right. So we have generation after generation that are just,
who might not know
the pattern. Right?
Yeah. And so he found out from a coworker. I happened to see a friend who was teaching a credit workshop that I took.
Yeah.
And that's how we got I got the information, so that's why it's just like feeling just left. That's exactly true. So yeah, I have the
try to make sure we're in court keeping each other. Like it feels like us, looks like us, that sort of thing.
Oh, this is wonderful. Oh.
Yeah, so this is while I got you back there.
Yeah.
Is that so please rate your interest to topics below. So I definitely am still interested in budget, taxes explained, credit building basics. Yep, I feel like I'm still there. Yep. I think we got this down.
I think you should all. I mean, obviously depends on the person.
Mental and physical wellness. I feel like I'm always really interested in that.
Always. Just thinking about making a.
Yeah, I know. That's why
purchase.
it took me a year to buy. I got exactly what I wanted for the price I wanted.
Yeah.
All right, funding.
Goals right now.
No.
That's a good one. I mean, there's so much there.
And wages.
Yep.
Affordable fitness. Yep. I was like a YouTube fitness guru.
and then families will have an hour or two. of
Setting the
activity.
table for a calculated conversation, because this mom and son know without it,
they wouldn't be where they are today.
Focused on those
Yeah.
10 families
Yeah,
so that they're
yeah.
not going to get stuff that they don't really want
Yes.
to hear about.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
you know,
So it's like you tell us what you want to expand upon, and we get to learn what you feel really comfortable. Like they know. So, for example, please rate how comfortable you are. Your head is still big. Your head is. You do look like Mama though. Even a smile.
it's the
Wow,
smile.
goodness, look at this, boy. My nose a little bit.
Yeah. Oh no, I got
Just a
it.
little. Yeah. And I think I still got this sweater. Remember, I kept. Yours is like.
Your hair on
Yeah, but my head really is not that big. Oh, look at it's like it goes way up to the top. Yeah. This is a really good picture. I'm glad I did the side by side of us, so we have it.
Yeah. Oh, that's really.
Yeah. Oh. You today in real life you smile just like that.
Doing it look, right now.
I know. I'm ready to go, Mama. We should get lunch.
Yeah.